Hey, how's it going? Welcome. It's the late night breakfast brought to you by no one. uh, so what is the late night breakfast? Well, it's just something I'm just putting out there. I'm trying different things and stuff like that. And one of the ideas I've had was trying to help out some of us small guys, some of us small streamers. We shouldn't label ourselves small streamers, but you know who you are. Anyways, so what it was is that had this bright idea. So we've seen all the videos. We've watched Harris Heller. We've watched Ashley Christ. We watched Guy Level and so much more. Oh, what's his name? You know who I'm talking about. So what is it? The one thing that we see all the time is that a lot of these so-called big name streamers, they only see a mindset of where they're at currently. What if the small people, the small streamers, came together and try to cooperate with some tips, tricks, what worked, what didn't work, and stuff like that. So that's just one of the things I'm kind of workshopping around. I'm just, this is like a beta test. Something where it's like it's like an alpha, not even a beta. This is alpha, pretty much. Me personally, I've been streaming for about 4 or 5 years now on various platforms. Started off on Twitch, went to Mixer, did some restreaming on both Mixer and Twitch and Facebook Gaming, and then also tried some on Trovo and did a little thing on DLive. So I've been around the block, if you know what I mean. Wink. One of the things is that I've been looking around at is how to engage a community or to foster a community. And that's one of my big sticking points, is trying to get a community going. And hopefully with your help and everybody else's help out there, we can get this community started. I mean, anything starts from a small little grassroots movement to, starts blowing up. And that's just what I've been thinking about. So, I'm not sure on the name. I'm still sticking with Late Night Breakfast as like a, nice little funny name for a community or even a podcast. I'm recording this right now, so I have this for when I do a podcast or set it up as a podcast. And eventually I'll have more people coming on. I'll have like a guest host hosting and stuff like that. So it's just one of the things that I've just been going through and thinking about a lot today. I started out on this account on a 2-Ton Waffle, streaming to YouTube, Trovo, and a Twitch here on Twitch. I decided, you know what? I've been doing the restream. I have another account that I do restream to, that is completely separate from what this stream and this account and this content creation, my videos I make for this account are going to do. That one is completely separate. It's a completely different thing, different ball game, so to speak. And I wanted to try something new, something different, just to try different things to see what my niche is. And we can go from there. So, yeah. Hello, I am 2-Ton Waffle. Also, like I said, I've been streaming for quite some time. I am part of, or actually I do a podcast, another one where I deal with a lot of how to parent as a geek and nerd within this atmosphere of raising your kids within that same universe, so to speak. So I do a podcast called the Geek 2.0, and it's all underneath the Collective Network. So if you want to go to check that out, it's over at thecollective.network. Just look for the Geek 2.0 in the podcast there, or you can look through it on iTunes or Spotify, Pocket Cast, whatever you use. This one I plan to do like just a couple hours ago. I just decided, hey, let's go ahead and record this, and and see where it goes. I mean, this is like this is alpha episode number 1. I should have titled that. Anyways, so yeah, tonight I'm just going to be basically talking about what is affecting streamers right now, and a major big thing is the Twitch inability to actually protect their creators. I don't know if you've been living underneath a rock or you just decided to jump off of Twitter or anything like that, but Twitch has not taken a proactive approach to the DMCA process. For years, all they've done is if you played copyright music on your stream, all Twitch would have done is muted that little section in your VOD. And a lot of people had the misconception that, hey, if Twitch does that, I'm protected. I don't need to worry about that. I can play 50 Cent, Beyonce, all the top 50 or top 5, top 50 performing artists out there, their music, no problem, because Twitch is going to mute the VOD. Was it June or July of this year? Twitch got hit with, I'm assuming, thousands of DMCA notices, and all they did, they gave a lot of copyright strikes to a lot of big name, or a lot of, not say big name, but a lot of streamers on the platform. And with that, they made it known, say, hey, this is part of our TOS, and if you're not going to abide by that, then you have 3 strikes and you're pretty much done on this platform. There's no coming back from it. With that, we move to today. After that big scare in this past week, there was yet again, Twitch said, all right, this is your final warning. We have sat around, did absolutely nothing to help you guys. So all we're going to do is if you get a DMCA notice, we're going to delete that video or clip or both. And if you get any more, you're going to be gone. And the only way to do that is to get rid of your history. Pretty much everything that's on your account, nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. And that rightfully pissed off pretty much everybody. I haven't really met anybody who thought, hey, Twitch, they did a good job. They did all right. I have not seen or met anyone that thought that way, which would be kind of weird. Say, hey, okay. But the problem is, it's a twofold problem. One problem is Twitch had close to 8 years, almost a decade of trying to figure this out, dealing with it, trying to build a workable solution, because YouTube went through the exact same thing about a decade ago, and they spent millions of dollars and created what is known as their content ID system. And if you ever uploaded anything to YouTube, you know, if you have, let's say, Beyonce or Kanye, a song from one of them on your video, as soon as you get done uploading and it goes through that processing, YouTube instantly flags it and says, hey, you got copyrighted material on this. Do you want to mute this section? You can't monetize it because you don't own the rights to it, of course. So what do you want to do? That in itself, yes, it's not a foolproof system, but it is a lot more than what Twitch has given us or has worked on for the past decade or whatever, how long, years, let's say years. Unfortunately, Twitch is still continuing to not have any, or give us any kind of hope that they're actually working on this. They haven't said anything. The last thing since they sent out a tweet about the DMCA was, what was it? GlitchCon. They sent out a tweet. Wow, it's too many Twitch and Twitchers. Something about GlitchCon, and nothing else about DMCA. And then another something that's not even related to that. Oh no, or ads or something like that. But the problem is that if you don't work on a solution, you're not going to get anywhere, and you're going to constantly, as a content or as a streamer on the Twitch platform, you cannot play copyright music. And that also includes game music as well. A lot of like GTA 5, the radio within in the game itself, you can't play it because you'll get hit with a DMCA. I streamed Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I've uploaded my clips and VODs up to YouTube, and it does not get a strike. It gets claimed by was it Warner Brothers? I believe it's Warner or UMG or UMD, whatever. Somebody claims it because of the music of Star Wars in it, because they use a lot of LucasArts LucasArts music in the game, or variations that are copyrighted to the game that you can't play. So what I do is I just go ahead and a lot of the games I play, I turn music off. So it's weird because you get a cutscene, and it's one of those things. It's like this big swell of music coming up, and it's this big important event, and it's dead silent. And because you can't play the music on it, it's just one of the things that we're having to deal with, that a lot of Twitch streamers have pushed against and said, I think it was Nick Merckx last week or earlier this week, last week when all this happened, he said that he had talked to somebody on Twitch, or he talked to somebody, and they told him, don't worry about it, you're okay. No, you're not okay, because even Google, they don't mess around with DMCA. They just pay them off. It's like, here's your money. It's okay. We don't want to go through the whole legal system and having to deal with that. So the music industry carries a heavy weight that even Google, these big companies, don't want to deal with. And a little streamer comparable to a big mega corporation thinks that they'll be able to go up against the DMCA, no problem. No, please. That's not going to happen. So a lot of them are flipping, said, okay, we'll go ahead and delete all of our VODs and clips and then remove it from Twitch. Well, guess what? Twitch has no capability of doing anything other than live streaming. That's pretty much that. It's all becoming just a live streaming pillar in the social media atmosphere or universe. We have Facebook. Facebook Gaming is working with a lot of with the music industry. They're paying the licenses for the streamers to get access to these popular songs to play on their streams without any problem. TikTok works with the music industry, and they've made a deal that any video is going to be less than 60 seconds with that particular clip of music. And then they pay those licenses in order for the users of the app to play those songs. YouTube has the Content ID system, which, like I said before, it's not foolproof, but it is something, and they work with the music industry to get artists paid. If you want to play somebody's music and you get demonetized your video, well, your video, you're not making any money. All that money is going straight to the artist, whoever claimed that music or that sound file. And that's one way that they're doing it. What was the other one? So we had Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and then we have Twitch. I posted up on my other account, it's like all these other social media or live streaming platforms are doing something, and here's Twitch still looking for a pencil in order to take some notes 8 years later, almost a decade later. And that is something that they're owned by Amazon. Yes, they set themselves up as like a separate company under Amazon. They still have their own separate CEO, Emmett Shear, who runs Twitch, And I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're just sitting on their asses not doing anything. Now, one thing they're probably, no, I shouldn't say they're not doing anything. On the public side of the public facing side of things, that Twitch is not doing anything. That's what we see, and what we've heard is that they're not doing anything. They're probably doing something in the back room, or in the boardrooms with the music industry, but we're not going to see it. And they even got in trouble with the RIAA. Was it the recording? Something Artists of America or something like that. Recording Industry Artists of America. I think that's what it is. I'm probably wrong. Go look it up. Google it yourself. But Twitch had came out with an app or a program called Twitch Soundtrack. This was touted as this great thing on their Twitter that, hey, don't worry about getting DMCA striked. Don't worry about copyright, because Twitch, we got your back. Unfortunately, that's not the case, because they didn't secure the rights to they didn't get the sync rights and the mechanical rights. They got one out of two, or not even. What happened is that if all the artists that you see and can play on that particular soundtrack, you can still potentially get a DMCA strike if an artist that you played is on a VOD, and then they get signed by a label, and they can go ahead and claim that song that you used in the past. So you're not free and clear. And then the artists that are on that are not getting paid in money. They're just getting paid in big old exposure dollars, which is, as a lot of us know, doesn't mean anything at all. It's useless. It's like, hey, go up to your emote artist or anybody, another content creator says, hey, I'm going to give you all this exposure if you do this for me. It's like, they're going to look at you and say, no, piss off. I'm not against. Don't get me wrong. I've been on almost every single platform that's out there. Like I said, I've streamed on here on Twitch. I streamed on Facebook Gaming, Mixer, Trovo, DLive, and I've seen all the good and I've seen the bad of every single platform that's out there. There's no good platform. It doesn't exist. What we see is if a platform is capable of actually standing up, yes, to make money, that's their number one priority, but also to foster a community of streamers and get them on the ball rolling and getting everything taken care of and protecting them. Because without your streamers, you're just sitting there with empty servers, not making any money. So that's one of the things that is been going on here. And a lot of people have been getting, Monday, I think it was, at least 2 or 3 big streamers got hit with DMCA. They got their accounts banned, but they got their accounts back like about 2.5 hours later. It was just something else, but they're having to go through and clear out their VODs and clips, nuke it, move them to another service, which then again, a big thing that happens here on Twitch is discoverability. There is no way for you to be discovered. If you go ahead right now, look at just chatting, or look at a Apex Legends category. If you scroll through, pretty much every single thumbnail looks the same. It's ridiculous. Unfortunately, other platforms have made it easy to, hey, make a great looking thumbnail so your stream can even more stand out against the rest. And that's the problem here on Twitch, is there is no discoverability. The only way that you can get discovered is through clips. Well, guess what? If you have any copyrighted music on your clips, those are gone. Bye-bye. It's just one of those things where it's just we go back and forth, and it's we can crap on Twitch all day and night, but there's a lot of good things that they've done, and a lot of other platforms we can crap on and praise them as well. It's because we care about the platforms. It's where we put our community, or where we pretty much staked our claim into our streaming life. And it's one of those things where a lot of people, since Mixer got killed, I say murdered, pretty much, putting it bluntly, is a good majority of ex-Mixer streamers moved over here to Twitch. Yes, a lot. Some of them did go take the deal over to Facebook Gaming. Some of them also went over to Trovo, but a majority of them came here to Twitch. And the last Stream Hatchet report through Stream Elements or Streamlabs and showed that Twitch's market share, viewable concurrent viewers, I forget which one it is. I have to look it up again. It went from 60% to almost 90%, because that 14 to 20% share that Mixer took, well, Twitch gobbled it up. And that's where we are today, is Twitch, during that time, that tumultuous era where Mixer was causing a stir in the streaming industry, Twitch did make some moves that benefited the content creators, other streamers on the platform. And it's one of those things where we're sliding back. Twitch is getting comfortable into where it is now, where it has been. It's like, we're the big dogs. We're the only place. Where else are you going to go? You're going to go to Facebook Gaming? You'll go to Trovo? Stream on YouTube? Good luck. Yeah, we'll see you when you come back here. But they have that mentality, is that they're top dog. And yes, they have the numbers to back it up, but their time is coming. With the DMCA stuff that's been going on, it's only a matter of time. If Twitch doesn't put through a system, let's say Twitch spends millions of dollars for the next year, or next 2 years, let's say, because I don't think they have the developers capable of actually doing it, to get a system in place, get it tested, get it up and running, and get it implemented within, let's say, 2 years. They have to strike a deal with the music industry and the DMCA that a streamer, if they continue to play copyright music, you get 3 strikes. They're done. They have to cover their butt, because they have to protect their safe harbor clause, their safe harbor ability to divorce themselves as a platform from these streamers. So that's what they have to do. They have to protect themselves. And you and me as a streamer have to protect ourselves as well. It's just one of those things where, I know that's one of my clutch phrases. It's one of those things, I have to get around that. And it's just one of those things where we have to get around and work with ourselves and get things going, where we got plenty of resources right now. Stream Beats from Harris Heller. This is what you're listening to right now. Also, Open Mic. And I don't believe I got any Ant House. Those 3 are just 3 individuals setting themselves up to be known in the copy. I want to say, how would you call them? DMCA proof, or DMCA playable producers of music, because they've given streamers and content creators full right to say, hey, use our stuff, and here's document. Say, hey, if you even get a claim, show them this, prove it that you have permission, and everything's good. And there's also services. There's Epidemic Music. There's Monster Cat. There's Pretzel Rocks. there's 3 more services, especially are really good music. You don't need to play top 50 or the top Billboard chart music to have a good stream. It's possible to listen and play copyright free music on your stream, and it's actually be good music. And a lot of people are pushing back to, oh, well, so this is this lo-fi crap, I don't want to listen to that. No, especially with Epidemic, that's like what, $15 a month to get some really great music and all different genres. So that excuse is dead on arrival as well. Now, to continue on with the music and streaming and stuff like that, what is another issue that you've seen, that you've come across, or that a possible solution that you might seen could benefit other streamers? One thing that you could do is either post in a chat, or I'm going to post this on YouTube later, is put it in the description and stuff like that. You know the drill. One thing I've seen, besides the services I've already mentioned, is the gaming industry has set themselves up that they work with the streaming community. They know a lot of the times the music that they've secured the rights for the game are not available to be streamed on broadcast or live streaming. So what they've done is they've set up, I know this in City Skylines, there's an option in the audio portion to have a turn off the music or go for streamer friendly versions of it. There's also some other games that have this capability as well. So there are plenty solutions that is capable for streamers to use. It's just that sometimes, the worst thing that a streamer is being lazy. I've done this where I didn't want to do something that could potentially help my streaming career, and I know you probably done it as well. It's just, it's one of those things where we either procrastinate or we're lazy, we don't want to do it, it's too hard. It's just, we have to get out of that mindset where, do it. Just do it. But yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's what I got for right now. I'm still going to continue the stream, but I want to go ahead and start cutting it out for here at the end for this podcast, because I like to record this podcast and set it up as its own thing, but within the stream itself. Now, one thing that you could do is look on my Twitter. Go to Twitter. I'm there. 2 Ton Waffle. It's easy to find, and I would love for you to go ahead and follow me there on Twitter. Plus, here, if you can follow me here, I stream so far Tuesdays and Wednesdays here on Twitch, 9 p.m. Eastern. So at twitch.tv/2tonwaffle. Let me go ahead and put that in there. So yeah, I want to say thank you for coming by, and have a good night, and make sure I'll see you next time.